We're here today to discuss the third iteration of EPA's approval of Dicamba pesticides for over-the-top uses on genetically engineered soybean and cotton throughout their growing season. EPA extended these registrations despite two catastrophic seasons that saw Dicamba drift damaging nearly 5 million acres in soybean alone, not to mention countless acres of specialty crops, fruits and vegetables, and ornamental plants, as well as putting at risk hundreds of endangered species in their critical habitats.
This case is not about one landowner applying a pesticide in their yard. It's about 100 million acres, 34 states, 2 major crops, and an increase of dicamba into the environment of 25 million pounds a year. That's 88-fold on soybean and 14-fold on cotton. EPA counted 587 endangered species originally in the action area and 216 critical habitats. And yet it decided that that action could have absolutely no effect on any of those species whatsoever when it made its no effect determination. And that was, and they still doubled down on that in 2018, despite the drift evidence of 5 million acres of drift that we saw in the fields in the 2017 season and the 2018 season. We shouldn't be asked to do, or the court shouldn't be asked to do, the same analysis that the expert agency needs to be done during consultation. So that's what happens after vocator. They have had their opportunity to brief it 2 times now. They shouldn't get another chance to brief it when they haven't met their burden.
Under FIFRA, EPA had to have substantial evidence that there's no unreasonable adverse effect. It doesn't have to find no adverse effect, but it needs to make sure that the adverse effect level is reasonable. EPA needs to do that with some data, and in the face of real-world evidence of catastrophic harm for the 2 season, EPA has failed to do so here on the basis of inconclusive data and on the basis of the lack of any assessment as to the efficacy of its mitigation measures. And for these reasons, we ask that the court vacate the registrations.
Thank you.